1 2, right, 1 1. The first requirement exam in total, the first part of the 6 sections, it's the 8th question of the 8 requirements. The second part is section 6 of multiple choice questions. The 6th question is to choose the third part, which is the first question. Part 4, section 3, part 5, section 3. Then the 6th part is 4 in general. The title might have 70 points and 60 points. There are a total of 60 in 6 parts. There may be more than 30 points left in that place. In that place there the face is in that design. Some of course design that part the score should not be low. The score should not be low, and then let's take a look at the first question again. It requires an EISP is where X does I all the configurations for this SS site. No configuration for this site. There is no such site at all. There are a total of 10 devices apart from this IP. There are 10 devices. What else is the address set up for? If there is no configuration, then we need to what to use? Flexible CLI. To be honest, this is just we are not very familiar with each other usually. Have you ever used this kind of configuration before? However, exams have their own. You can open that browser. Go search above for me at that time. I just went up to search. I don't know this at the beginning, right? I just went up when it was time to take the exam. Go search for this flexible CL. What configuration am I exactly? In fact, it is actually a match. Take a template and then proceed. An application is being applied, then the exam will be taken during the exam. There are tricks to it at that time. All the devices in this topology, this site is all using what all use this flexible, this CLI. Among these methods, W is one of them. Configuration method of the site. This is the closest to us. X in a site. Everything is interconnected. Just need to bring up station W at that time, turn on a device, and then if you go to collect this, there seems to be some issue with this device, click on another device. How is the admin exam going over here? It's just admin exam for admin. After entering, please tidy up a bit. I didn't know for the first time afterwards. Oh, right, then I found out later. It was not just me who sent it. Now, each represents me. Click on a device and take a look. That's how he uses it now. This is the usage. And then here in our ISIS, go to collect the information in router ISIS. This is the configuration for the interface. You see, we can take a look at this. Start by creating a template. One of the templates is called CCIE ISIS. Is it the same as that one? Same as the requirements of the task, and then it's just any ISIS, any ISIS. Then the ISIS type is all level 2. So, does this actually have it or not? It doesn't matter whether it exists or not. There should be no need on his side. If there is no demand, there is no need for it, right? You can delete this segment. Delete this part and then it will be build a template. This template inside, there is something other than just net. There's nothing else to say. ISIS type, address family, unicast, metric, style, wide, that IPv6 and those things, they all exist, right? I have W for a reason. Bringing it out because W is with us. This site is most similar. We'll return later to explore further. What about router ISIS core? It has a net address. Configure the matching interface. Check the question's requirements. The requirement of the task is to use the CLI for flexible is quite first. Create a template. This is done within ISIS. There is an apply function call here. Hey, could you apply that command? Is there no pre-deployment? This pre-deployment is missing. Does it match? I'll take a look at it separately. Modify this device again. Hey, it's really strange that he doesn't have any of this. Actually, in this place, needs to be in the router ISIS, the ISIS configuration on router C, or then applied group. Just now the name of that group you wrote, this group is named as CCIE ISIS is invoked. The name CCIE ISIS is given callback to Enka. It means that in our case, it's not good. Inside this ISIS, it should be that's the way it is. After using this group, that group all parameters inside can be customized. For example, if you look at us, it has been passed down. G0-0 port G0. If you say something below 0, what is point-to-point adjust family IPv4 and IPv6, it's in that group everywhere. In your view, if it is a loopback, activate v4 on passive, what about the v6 address? If it's about GG, then it is point-to-point, and then the metric of this under IPv4, both values 200 magic and 400 are present, they are all here in this place. What kind of approach is this? The law is our flexible F. The configuration of this CLI for flexible place the method, you just put it here. Take out a device and then just make some changes to it. Good topics need to be revisited. This area is assigned to AGG1. What about the core AGG2 exam? It has a graphic to show you these are several devices over here. Belongs to several on the AGG1 side. The device belongs to the core, including our route reflector, including route reflectors, and so on. These are several devices over here. AGG2, those are all, everything is level 2. Actually, this level 2, what is this on top? This is just the design model of SP. For SP, the design model of this design, the model is in multiple areas. What protocol is running between the domains? The discussion is whether to run an IGP or not. Level 1, level 2 level. This configuration method is still as it transformed into 3 processes. Turn it into 3 processes. It is the architecture design of SP. Several solutions inside currently. The most mainstream approach, the case is to be divided into 3 processes. The most mainstream solution is create 3 processes and then enter between these processes. What are you doing in these processes? Run this IGP between them and using this BGP-LU to achieve something called unified MPLS. Also known as seamless. Doing seamless MPLS like this, if you design it, then you are this thought. You may be from the SP team, there will definitely be some about this. Must understand there will be a certain understanding this topic is just right for us. Take this, just take this, and then? How is their configuration set up? This is the way it is. This here is our AGG. What about the devices in the aggregation layer? This device is called Perform Inline RR. Inline RR is online RR online. Both of these are online RR. What is the RR and what does it mean? Service RR. Service RR. Built. How to build when being neighbors is up to him. Build with him. Build with him. Build with him. He built over there. You are the same with your online build. This route reflector BGP neighbor, and then this device. Who is he building a neighbor with? This is related to our RR1 building. The neighbor is building a neighbor with RR1 basically. It's just these few devices. Back up to build neighbors with RR2 in this case. Your routing in the future, you have the customer's VPN route, Route 4's VPN v4 route according to the normal settings. In terms of design, it should be done by us. Which PE does this one connect to? R2? Build with R2 build, but in this exam we are taking now there is no such thing as that VPN V or use the neighbor of 4. It's better to use this method, this kind of design this way. The most important goal of the method, what is the most important purpose if you are using a unified in terms of IGP? That's how it is. There may be many routes because of your AGG. There are many devices inside and then so. Do you have this in your core? Many devices have AGG. Again, there are also many devices that you can use. A core network may connect to multiple. That kind of area, the aggregated network. He kept coming and repeatedly coming. What about later IGP routing? Really too many. So in this way, because within the same area, this inline RR loopback interface 0, everyone has it at this time. Everyone has it. So at this time, everyone is building neighbors with him. Building hierarchical neighbors. Then, through BGP-LU, what can all devices learn from each other? Both can learn from each other. Before the label, we were normal. In the case of needing to go from one node to another, the other node, then among us the affirmation is that LSP is through. That is to say, because of his RGP is connected, so LDP can be for all devices. Allocation label for loopback 0, since the signature can be allocated to the mark if you sign, it will be from one device. Goes to another device. Definitely the tag path is correct, but now, because you drawn an area on the map, and what about your tag path? This is just a label route inside here. The diameter is the route inside this tag. If you want to hit within this diameter from one end to the other end, if everything is connected, then at this time BG needs to be used in the middle PLU. So in this position, what was used in the setting used BGP-LU IPv4 BGP neighbor down. The device has its own loop interface 0. Declared up. The device configures its environment. Declare entering. Declare go in and then go through. BGP-LU assigns B. The label of GP can be like this to achieve now end-to-end from one is aggregate site to another aggregate. The end-to-end of this aggregation site end-to-end LSP. In the past, we were in a district between all devices within the domain. Start IGP, start LDP like this. How to achieve end-to-end? The end-to-end LSP is now mainstream. Design models are mainstream devices. The calculation model is either level 2, level 1, or it's 3 processes. 3 and start 3 processes and then using inline RR and SIR this way of vice RR to achieve this exam. Right, okay, let's go over all these things for the exam. It's still relatively well matched when it arrives. In reality, there are fewer devices, more in line with the current situation. This is what was done during the SP project. You may see this design model and type of device. The calculation model is reliable, so let's not worry about it for now. We proceed step by step with the question. The first step is to pair with IGP, divided into 3 zones, A, GG1 core, and AGG2. All these devices are level 2, so let's begin with that first. Adjust that template a bit. Where is the board? The template is here. The template is being tested here, right? At that time, you can open this writing tool. The board can be opened for writing. When you operate the board, it may only can operate inside that turn. As for the head, I can operate here. So first of all, I will follow. This is the requirement for this question. Come to modify this post from W side, this one that came over here. No, we need this, no need to delete it. It is IS level 2's metric style. It's wise, okay. IPv4 wise, IPv6 is wise, okay. This level 2 is also acceptable. It's optional to add it, not a must. It's too big, you don't need to add more. It's okay, you don't have to worry about this. This doesn't need this or that, not needed. Then talk about the metric value interface. The metric value for IPv4, it's 200. IPv6, it's 400. Then you look at everything in this environment except the ring outside of area 0. Then you look at this side of the bundle interface. Ping is point to point, and then IP, what is v4 is 200. IPv6 is 400. Okay, directly use, just use it directly, just use it for the interface. Hey, this point-to-point connection cannot be deleted. Delete this, delete this, delete. Deleting this is exactly in line with the question. The requirements are the same. The requirement is for IPv4 to be 200, IPv6 is 400, and then continue with the net address being 49. Assign an IP address to it. An example exam is given to you. The example is an exam like this. The example I'm giving you is like this. Take another one. This is for your exam. The example goes like this. this is the IPv4 address at that time, what about your network? The address is simply 49. Then this is 10,255, then 0100. What are we doing now? Loopback 0 of the device, this is 1. 0, 100. X, 32, therefore, that's why. This one should be 49. 0001, 0001. 000. 0100. 000. That's not, this is not, that's its net, right? That's it. Its net basically means, did we secure this address? Take it down and paste it when the time comes, just a moment. This issue is not too big. Then, next is think topology is IPv4, IPv6. Why did I say that, Turbo? I'm saying that this W is very similar because it is also single the rest of the topology, the site that it is ISIS. All are multi-topology, so you can directly just copy it over, and then it says this, hello padding, needs to be disabled. Also need to touch on hello if padding disable is enabled. Then if you are not very familiar, you can start by finding one device. Find a device first, just configure this, and then it can be turned off. Right. And then to our follow-up, connect to a device and start typing on it. Is the password A113 correct? Here is admin anyway. Deployed admin just went in after going. You may not be very familiar. You can choose any one at random. All router SS1 devices are off. Just drop the connector 1 and then this is a bit of hello padding. It is padding. If it is disabled, then it is disabled. The command is duplicated under this interface. Configure it under our interface. Just go and stick it on. Right here. Just stick this on. Stick it on. Okay, just remove the hello padding. This also requires some elaboration. What is the next requirement here? The next requirement is to match again an LDP autoconfig. If you want LDP autoconfig, not familiar with, we're not familiar, where is everything in our house? The noodles must be familiar. That must be in the address under family IPv4 unicast MPLS LDP autoconfiguration, definitely in this position, right? Just press enter at the back. This MPLS LDP autocon add an AUT under fig IPv4 oconfig. OK. What about your template? Just meet all its requirements. Actually, you have met all the requirements, fulfill all its requirements. Just need to stick this on, copy the one above to here on all of these devices. Open all the devices you need to open. ASPR stands for this. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 0. So, that's why you clicked on it. At that time, you can follow this 1, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 0s, this kind of method when it comes to opening. Of course you must know, right? If you don't know, this might be a bit tricky. 4567. 89107, put it here 7. There are still 90 units left to be placed here. 90 units, it is a ROS device. So, when you are configuring individually, match this individually. The device needs to be turned on when taking the exam. Then there is no such step to consider during the test. This step is no longer required. In the case of testing, everything is already set up. Say you don't have this step and you enter the equipment is for the admin exam. There is no such step on our end, so, if you mention this recovery after provisioning, it may have this step is certainly not a big issue. It's not a big issue. It's okay like this. Enter all devices, stick this device on top, go to that web 1, copy and paste table content. The paste function is not in this one. This copy must be duplicated for sure. Paste without copying. Paste 100 times, can't finish knocking 100% of it. Post complete after you finish pasting. Then the next step is to complete the group. What's next? What needs to be done for each step? What are the requirements for this ISIS question? Yes. Where is the question? The requirement is to do 3 of 1. It is AG1 core, AG2 those core devices. Back up these devices. 1234 those are the 2 core devices. Add these 2 devices to the equipment. It's their AG, right? The side is AG1 AG1. This is AG2 here. These 4 devices are good as core when you are configuring. You can also include that bring it over, right? We can. On the device that was just WGO, he still has just this match bring over this configuration first of all, core and AG1, right? One of them is AG. What is G1 AG1? The 2 devices are on our left. One of these 2 devices is 5 is 6. Actually him above are the 2, 7 and 8. The table is 7 and 88. What 1? 0. 100. Oh, sorry, it's not like that. He is 11 here. 0. And then this is 100,100. 7,100, because the previous one is 49. Change this to 49, please. Just need to change it once, write 49. Then, this is 1. 0, 100. 7 he just said it like that. Then, adjust the family 00 for this. No need for the most. No need for just going Y. Add loopback 0 loopback. Which interfaces then? Port 0 and port 1. Connect port 0. Just keep 1 and leave the rest. It's AG1, and then it needs to be added. And apply group apply. How is group spelled? Let me take a look. I can paste this up first, then the group apply should be applied. Is this the dash group name? The acronym is CCIE ISIS, right? This exam is to inform you his name is ISIS template. We called it this when we configured it just now. The name is surround group. It's called CCIE ISIS, right? ISIS apply group apply the paste to 5 and 6. Go ahead and commit 5, 6. 6. This is not correct. This is 8, right? 6 is 8, after committing the changes. The next step is to run AG. As for G2 AG2, SBR1 SBR2 is just one pair, right? 1. 2 AG2 and then 1 it is 1 is 2 it is which port is port 0? 1 is 1. 2 is 00101 AG stick 2 S. On G2 it's best to check how it looks after sticking it on. Here is 0 mouth 1 mouth 010. We need to take a look at port 2. The interface on the SBR2 side is not connected. I need to take a look at this side as well. Stick 0 port and 2 port together. Go to the right side of BR2 and then these are the 2. just these 4 people, among them, 24. These 2 devices are located in AG2 is already available on our end. AG2 directly pasted it, just go up and apply, right? The interface is the core device. AG2 apply for the CCIE group ISIS. That's right, and then how did this come about? Below is its interface, which is 10.15040 mouth 1 mouth 4 mouth 5 mouth 0145. These 4 interfaces are here: block 0 port 1 port 4 port 5 mouth 0 mouth 1 mouth 4 mouth 5. These few interfaces, and there is another interface, which is the interface of AG2 is 2. Here is AG2 on this side. The interface consists of 2 ports. AG interface 2 is the second port here. This side is 0 port 1. It's good to handle this properly. Just stick it on directly, but you need to pay attention that this is 1234, so to speak. 2. The buffer port on this side. This should be 4 ports, so its address should be 4. It's best to pay attention to who this is for us. Device P2 label this device, then go ahead and say the following: this device it's P4, it's 345.6, it is 66, and then. So, here are several interfaces. It is 2024 of these 3 interface 024. These 3 interfaces, they have 5 good things. Below the port is connected to AG2, so it said that this side is a 1-to-1 copy. Paste it on top of 4, it's okay on top. Then, on the left side, it's number 1. One of these 2 devices is with 3, this is not AG2. It's AG1. Write AG inside this block of G1. Interfaces are 0, 1, and 4. 3 to the right, 0, 1. Cisco Certified Internetwork Expert. Service Provider version 5.13434. The mouth is the interface inside. Then the interface of AG2 connected to AG2 with 2 ports, it's 2. So what is it? So it is 33,456. He said it's okay. Just do this. Stick it on the P device. After sticking it on properly, it's the device with the 3 link below us. The equipment for backup 3 links, it's 525, right? What's next? Just take a look at what's inside block 3. The interface is 0/0/0. 1 port 4 port 4 port AG. This side is the second port. This is 2. This is awk. Make paste copy paste in 3. Paste it on the top. And then there are 2 more that are needed. It's for our 1 or 2 devices. Then you go to are these 2 devices, open the configurations above RSS core of RSS router. The network first receiver's type is level 2 net 4. 0, 0, 0. see if it can be changed like this. See if it cannot change gesture family like this. IPv4 metric 200 level 2 gesture family IPv6 metric 400 level 2. Gesture family IPv6, maybe it can be changed like this at this point. This ISIS in OS this is metric 200 level. After the modification this is 400 Sierra Leonean Leones of IPv6. Then restore the port just directly passively, and then below our physical interface IPv6, and then point to remove all the hello padding points to drop this. Copy the main part. Just this segment 2. Perform a copy operation and then extract it if it's taken out. Then R10. Our router on the platform IC2 is to copy 10 to 10, put it on top and stick it on well. Interface 0-10-1, configure this interface, stick it on, and then we'll come export the ISIS database this. 00-00, then detail and det. There is no ale. That's 200 by the way. How to IPv206 is also 200. Why IPv6 is also very strange, but IPv can't it be changed? Then can't it be changed? No salvation for IPv6 IS. Changing this in IS doesn't work. Changing it didn't work. I thought this would. It's no use changing this if it doesn't work. RGP does not support it again. It does not support changing this one. What about that one? This requirement is actually also for which demand. Our main focus here is on XR devices. The main requirement is X. The requirements for the R device talking about this flexible flex, the CLI, IBL, can only be used on X. There is no RY above, or the law says that this section, this M, the etric value in this part does not need to include M. The etric value in this part can be omitted. Just delete this, then configure ISIS core with metric 200 on IPv6, no metric 400. Do so history. This part is good. In this case, your first requirement is almost done. A little bit more, just a little bit, MPLS LDP. Okay, just a little bit off in this case. Your first need, the calculation is done for the first requirement. It is requested to calculate and complete the first requirement. What we are looking for is this RGP. After finishing the RGP, what will happen next is up to you. There will be 345 inside the core. We will check these two numbers, 6 plus 90. Check inside the routing core. Let's go up to check on R. This is minus 32, right? 3456 plus 90 of these. Within the 32-bit routing core are ATG1 and all IPv and ATG24s minus 32. Then you have 4 items 124612 on that PE. It's just minus 32 route 4. 3578. What about this one? Mainly to simulate the real, it is divided within the service provider for each of the multiple regions. There are many environmental sanitation workers in the area. The environment of these areas, the return path, cannot communicate with each other, interact through IGP. Learned that because of this actually, It has a few styles. One method. In simple terms, it means bidirectional. Reviewing steps is just reviewing steps. In the past, 32-bit routing was not the case. Minus 32-bit routing is not heavy. A method of gradual steps. Another type is level 1, level 2. That situation is a leak. What other situation is there? This is using BGP-L. We will discuss use situation later. Configure BGP-LU. That first configuration cannot understand the first configuration. If you can't understand, we can understand this first part of the requirement. Cannot understand the first part. This requirement should not be difficult. Actually, it's just that person we mentioned before always changed the name a little. Its actual Chinese name. Just take that NAT address. Didn't we just discuss the requirements? Is this the original title requirement? If the NAT address is this, the format is 49. Starting with 0001, and then the one behind this is related to IP. The MAC address of your loopback interface is the same. It's 10.255.0. What is normal is 3 blocks. Well, these 3 blocks, it puts this. These devices are all connected. The devices that are together, these wires are all connected together. Then its block is just these few. This device is AG1, this is core AG2, ring port 0 is correct. The system ID is, didn't this get written in interface 0? It's not that there's one more somewhere. Oh, it's not much, it's just 4. 1 point is 10.255.0. 1 is equal to 10.255.0. I didn't delete it, I deleted it. Did I finish? I seem to be at 4 just now. Isn't this supposed to be 4? No. Delete all 4 of them. You mentioned system ID. The 3 behind, right? 3 of them are system IDs, which is correct. However, the title needs to the format requested is like this. If your gigabit Ethernet 0 is like this, because this is the 4th ring port 0, it's not 4 segments, but it requires you to have 4. Write down each one. Duan sees that each one is a segment. All of our devices ring. For all devices on port 0, the port number starts with 1. It is 1. 0. Starting with 100, so it belongs to that area. The domain is actually 49. 49. Add this one more time at 0001 point. Everyone is the same. So what's the point of saying this? It's area 0001, and then behind there are 3 segments left as system IDs. It's just 000. 0100. This means it's in the front like this. The surface is also the same. It's also the same. The system ID consists of 3 segments. In terms of the front, because of this it's the same, so add this. Just the same as what you said to you. You are right. The system ID is 3. Each segment consists of 3 subsegments. The domain is also fine, no problem. Any other questions? We are here to help. No other issues, no other problems. Let's work on this question. Let's move on to the next question. After this, the main thing is whose needs are primarily requirements for this XR device. If you want ROS, you have to configure it yourself. Let's adjust according to that plan. Just OK, and then it doesn't have anything. 200.400.200. There are classmates with 400. You can give it a try to see the situation. But I just tried. Seems like it's not working, right? Delete. Do you need the drop template content copy on the first device? Omit what is not needed on the original template. Did you mention this device W? You don't need to worry about this device. You just use its format. What was its original configuration? What configuration are you looking at for this? See? The site actually also has each of its sites is used this flexible CLI. Each site is just that. At this W site, during the exam, I found it is the closest to the close to it. There is single topology, you see. There is no single topology here. Right, it's not here. So, in single topology you don't need to care about it, just leave it alone. I just borrowed it, I can't change it, the change is just to speed up my otherwise, you will be alone in speed. It's troublesome to write so much. You still have to write these things you've been thinking for a while, right? Just ignore it. What is Labaka and what is this be the undle esnet that bit connection? It's quite troublesome to nod and agree with me. At the beginning, I was just one by one. Writing with the end in mind. If you can achieve it like other devices, prepare for this kind of situation, that's why I'm telling you. When you don't know the title, you don't know the content, it's really easy to waste time going up there. But in reality if you know, you can just copy it. One Garupa to this side, just make some changes to it. Make changes that can be used, just use this for the thing. This is what is equivalent to small tips tell you in the middle of the exam by doing this. Actually, I can do that too. I'll assist with typing, but stay focused. Just grasp it independently.